Okay, so I leave for Miami in less than a week for my BBL procedure with Dawes Plastic Surgery. Make sure y'all go follow them. Check them out. My doctor is Keith Berman. He also did my boobs.
3 a.m, a quiet Houston street. A woman is lying on the asphalt, her face shattered, her leg broken, blood on the ground around her. 6 weeks earlier, she had been lying on an operating table in Miami, spending nearly $40,000 transforming her body, working toward the life she had been building for years, and the person who put her in that street, someone she considered a friend. But here is where this story gets truly disturbing, because when she woke up in that hospital bed, she didn't tell the truth. And when the truth finally came out, it wasn't because she chose to tell it. It came out because he did.
Welcome to Caught in the Web True Crime Stories. Kindly support us by subscribing to this channel and turn the notification icon.
Okay, if you're new here, I'm supposed to be going to get another BBL in like the end of April or the end of May. You're probably like, Deja, you already got a BBL. What happened to your BBL? Woo. If you're new here, in September, well, I actually got my BBL in August, and then in September, I got into a car wreck. I got hit by a car, and with the injuries that I was dealing with the car incident, you know, when you first get a BBL, you're not supposed to sit on your butt for like 6 months. So due to all the injuries I had, I was literally not able to lay on my stomach like I would have been correctly continuing to heal from my BBL. Therefore, I didn't correctly heal.
Today, we are untangling one of the most talked about cases to hit social media in 2025, the night that content creator Daja Young's life changed forever. And we are going to go through every layer of it: the surgery, the street, the accusations, and the question nobody has been able to answer. What really happened on September 25th? Stay with me. Before we get to that night, you need to understand who this woman is, because none of what happens later makes sense without knowing her story first. Daja Young is a 27-year-old content creator from Houston, Texas. At the time of this incident, she had built a following of roughly 111,000 on Instagram and close to 300,000 on TikTok. And every single one of those followers found her organically. No PR team, no famous cosign. Just a phone, a camera, and something real to say. Her content covers fashion, skincare, body transformation journeys, and everyday life.
Y'all, I literally caught a flight back to Houston to get my maintenance done, so I feel cute. I got my nails done, my lashes done, a wax, my eyebrows, and I get my hair done. I'm celebrating my birthday in Atlanta this year, so that's where I'm on the way back to.
The kind of content that makes you feel like you personally know her. She also runs her own brand, Buddha Babe, which sells wigs, beauty products, and clothing. She built that entirely from scratch. Now here is the part of her background that tells you everything about her character. About 7 years ago, Daja was working in a restaurant kitchen. A cook, on her feet for hours, running orders, sweating through long shifts. A former coworker later described her publicly as fast, hardworking, and naturally creative. By 2022, she had settled more permanently in Houston and was also picking up bottle girl shifts at clubs on weekends, not because it was her dream, but because she had a bigger plan, and she needed every dollar she could get to build it. Where most people would have quit, she did not. And there's one detail about her childhood that says it all. Daja grew up as an only child, no one to play with, so she made her own entertainment. She used to record herself, just talking into a camera for an audience that didn't exist yet. That same little girl now has hundreds of thousands of people watching her every move. By the summer of 2025, Daja had reached a turning point. Her platform was growing. Brand deals were coming in. Her Buddha Babe products were moving. She was doing real numbers. And she decided it was time to invest in herself the same way she had been investing in her brand. In August 2025, she flew to Miami and walked into a clinic called Dawes Plastic Surgery. Her surgeon was Dr. Keith Berman, someone she had worked with before for a previous breast procedure, and she trusted him completely. And this visit was not a small one. She had a Brazilian butt lift, Lipo 360, abdominal etching, chin liposuction, and a skin tightening treatment called J-plasma. 5 separate procedures, done in a single visit. She filmed everything: the prep, the compression garment she had to wear every single day, the swelling, the recovery room. She posted all of it, because for Daja, this wasn't just surgery. This was content.
God, my mouth is so numb, bitch. They just shaved my teeth out. And then what else was I going to say? Oh, I had to pay an extra $1,000 because I'm going from a 6-piece bridge to an 8-piece bridge. And if you know, you know.
This was her audience watching her transformation in real time. She stayed in Miami for a week, getting lymphatic massages to help her body heal correctly, then flew back to Houston to finish recovering. The total cost: procedures, travel, a private nurse, massages, and follow-up care came to somewhere between $30,000 and $40,000. But here is the detail that matters most for what happens next. A Brazilian butt lift is not a 2-week recovery. The swelling alone can remain in your body for 3 to 6 months. Daja was still swollen. Her body was still shifting and settling. She was only 6 weeks out from 5 major surgeries when September arrived. It was a Thursday. Daja had been out that evening with a man she used to date, someone the internet would come to know only as Marcus. Police never confirmed his identity publicly, but Daja confirmed they had a history. They were comfortable around each other. Nothing about the evening seemed unusual. They went out, had a good time, and as the night wound down, Marcus was driving her back toward her place. Around 3 a.m, in a quiet neighborhood near Dennis and Nagle Streets in Houston, Daja stepped out of the car to say goodbye. She walked toward him to give him a hug, and then she was hit. Houston police and the Houston Fire Department received emergency calls about a pedestrian crash at that location. When officers arrived, they found Daja in the road with serious head injuries. Paramedics treated her on the scene and rushed her to a nearby trauma center. The car that hit her did not stop. While officers were still working to help Daja, another call came in, 6 blocks away. A 2022 Mercedes had crashed through the fence of Ryan Middle School, ripping the gate clean out of the ground. The driver had abandoned the vehicle and fled on foot. Police tracked him to a nearby residential street, Isabella Street, where he had jumped into the backyard of a woman's home and was banging on her glass door, asking for help. The woman told him she was calling the police. She never opened the door. When officers arrived, they took Marcus into custody.
Houston police say they are now investigating a hit and run that happened on the southeast side, but there are a lot of twists and turns to this one.
Multiple 911 calls were made to HPD Thursday morning after a woman was struck by a car, but there are multiple parts to this story. Here's what we know. HPD says a woman and man who used to date went out to dinner. The man who was driving then dropped the woman off on Dennis and Nagle Streets. As she went to hug him goodbye, she was hit by his car. How'd that happen?
Now here is where this story fractures into 2 completely different versions. According to the account Marcus gave police, and later repeated publicly online, what happened at the moment of impact was not a simple accident. He claimed that just as he was dropping Daja off, an armed man appeared and jumped through the open passenger window of his car. He said the man held a gun to his head, and in a panic, trying to escape, he hit the gas. Daja was still in the path of the vehicle. She was struck. He told police he kept driving in a desperate attempt to shake the attacker off before losing control and crashing into the school fence. Where he also made one other very deliberate point. Nothing was taken from him. But Marcus didn't stop there. He went online and told his version publicly. And in doing so, he added details that lit social media on fire. He said that throughout the evening, Daja's phone had been ringing constantly, over and over. He said that when she got back in the car after a stop, she answered a call and said the words, "What, bro? I'm here." He said that when they got back to her block, 2 masked men appeared almost immediately. The implication was clear. He was suggesting Daja had arranged a robbery, and that it had gone wrong. While all of this was spreading across TikTok and Instagram, Daja was lying in a hospital bed with a broken face and a broken leg. She posted from that bed. Her face was swollen and injured in a way that was genuinely difficult to look at. Multiple bones in her face had been broken. She needed surgery. And her body, still not fully healed from 5 major plastic surgery procedures, was now carrying all of this on top. But in those early hospital videos, she told a different story. She said she had been walking her dogs when a random driver hit her. She said she didn't know who it was. That was the story she put out. A random hit and run, a stranger, a dog walk gone wrong. Then she told the truth. She said she lied to protect Marcus. She saw him as a friend. She didn't want his name dragged through social media. She didn't want people going after his character. So she invented the dog walk, she invented the stranger, and she never mentioned him until he went online and accused her of setting him up. And that is the moment everything shifted. Because Daja came back with a response that made a lot of people stop and rethink everything. She said she had been protecting him from the very beginning. She took the blame, she covered for him, and then she asked one question, and it was the question that stopped people cold. Ask him what I took from him. The answer was nothing. Nothing was stolen, nothing was taken. She was also the one who could press charges. She chose not to. As of early 2026, no charges have been filed against anyone. There are no robbery suspects in custody. No footage from that night has been publicly released. And police confirmed they were investigating the claim that Marcus was fleeing an armed attacker when he struck Daja. But that investigation has produced no public conclusions. What we are left with are 2 people, 2 completely different versions of the same night. One person says she was an innocent victim who only lied to protect someone she trusted. The other says she was part of a plan that went sideways. Here is what I keep coming back to. Before any of this happened, Daja Young had just made the most vulnerable investment of her life. She put her body, her money, and her story on camera for hundreds of thousands of people. She was still healing, still swollen, still in the middle of a transformation she had saved and worked and grinded for years to reach. And in the middle of all of that, and she ended up broken on a street at 3 a.m, protecting the reputation of someone who then went online and called her a liar. Whether you believe her or you believe him, that part is not up for debate. The truth about what really happened on that Houston street, we may never know. And honestly, that might be the most unsettling part of this whole story. If you've made it this far, you already know what to do. Subscribe, drop your thoughts in the comments, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. I'll see you in the next one.